What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the kitchen table. This is Better Bad Bite Size, and today it's all about Justice League. Director Udi and go.
Zack Snyder, that would be the director. And then on the down low, Joss Whedon.
Down low. Post-production credit goes to Joss Whedon. Even though I didn't even see his name on the credits except for writing. Mm-hmm. And I was like, okay.
Yeah, he's also a partial or part of the screenwriter.
Yeah.
With somebody else. Yeah. Yep.
And cast, Jarad.
First up, we got Ben Affleck, plays Batman. Henry Cavill plays Superman. Gal Gadot plays Wonder Woman. Ezra Miller is the Flash. Jason Momoa is Aquaman.
Your favorite.
Ray Fisher is Cyborg. I mean, there's other people in here, but those are the main characters. Amy Adams plays Lois Lane.
Yep. Lois Lane.
And,
Lois.
Diane Lane plays Martha Kent. That's about it. Oh, and
who's Commissioner Gordon?
Claron Hines is the voice for Steppenwolf.
Yep.
Who's Commissioner Gordon?
Commissioner Gordon.
Oh, come on. I know. I forgot. I was like, you better.
J.K. Simmons.
Yeah.
And then that's your closet favorite. And then mine is going to be Little Jeremy Iron. Alfred.
They're both really, really good actors playing bit roles. I was expecting more from J.K. though. It's funny. J.K. is the bit role big guy for Spider-Man, and he's also the big bit role big guy for Justice League now, or in the Batman universe. Hoping that there's a Batman universe coming. I don't know. So the synopsis of this movie: this is the beginning of a team of super friends, of justice and leagues, because something had happened at the end of Batman versus Superman. Superman's dead. And they feel they need to bring a team together of uncanny ability to deal with a looming threat that somehow has started that we were not aware of, which brings this more of a forced cut. What's the word? Combination? Coagulate? No. A forced meeting of finding people.
Team up?
Forced team up.
Yeah.
Because apparently we need a Justice League this early in the DCEU universe without dealing with backstories.
Anything else?
One sentence. What do you got?
Justice League. Clark, we need you.
Thanks, Clark. We needed you.
All right, getting on to the good parts. The bad plus. The bing. Good part. Who do you got?
I'm going to steal the easy one. Flash.
That was an easy one?
Yeah, it's an easy one. He's a good part. He's a good character. The introduction of him.
Well, he does steal the show.
He does do a lot of the things. Comedic timing done well. The character's treated well. It's not hammed up too much. It strikes that right balance of being kind of slapsticky, but not too much.
Yeah, not too much comedy, but not too little.
And then not dry and not mistimed. So all of his stuff was awkward based, and I always have a tendency to like people put into awkward situations and how they deal with that, or just not understanding how to deal with the situation. So that was my favorite, and then Batman being the driver, and then Wonder Woman. But that's about. Okay, I'll stop there.
Okay, Jarad, what do you got?
I'm gonna go with Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman's a badass, and without Wonder Woman, I don't know. This movie would be it'd be like
And without the Wonder Woman movie under their belt,
without the origin,
who would go to see this? You know,
yeah, exactly. She's
not
good.
on the backs of Man of Steel, not on the backs of BVS, obviously.
No.
So
Agreed.
Right.
Yep.
I actually don't have a good one.
one.
Do we steal them?
Well, first of all, I didn't feel Flash was like the quintessential point of wanting to be a good thing about this movie. Even though I did enjoy his portrayal, even though he kind of something off about the dude, slightly.
He was weird. He was awkward.
He was weird.
He was geeky.
He's always been a weird dude.
Yep.
Fantastic beast. So Wow. Okay, I'm
about
gonna do this to annoy Jared a little bit. I kind of like Aquaman.
Yeah. No, I was gonna feed you what you should be saying.
Aquaman does have some really good lines in this movie, and I guess if you want to take it from a perspective of an audience member, he is the one that we're tied to as the audience, because we're not really relating to Batman, we're not really relating to Wonder Woman. They're established already in this universe. The Flash, he's just a weird dude. It's hard to relate to him in the first place. Cyborg, there's nothing cybernetic about most of us, but Aquaman is the dude that just like overseeing things. He's observing. He's like, what are you coming to me for? It's like, you dress like a bat? Okay, I guess that's cool.
When he first sees Batman.
I'm going to get you to change your mind.
Are you?
Yeah, right now. The music.
That's what I was thinking. The themes.
Yeah, you already said that was your favorite part.
Yep.
I didn't say my favorite part.
Oh.
I said that was so good.
Oh.
Retro.
Boo.
Man, I do love those music themes. Damn it! Okay, I love the music.
Thank you.
I love John Williams' score. I love F you, Jared. I love Danny Elfman's score. I love the fact that Danny Elfman was the composer for this whole thing, because that dude's a boss.
Pretty good.
See how much more natural that was coming out, because you really like Aquaman. He was like, I'm just gonna annoy Jared, and I want to make some crap up so that
so I can see you, Jared, gets pissed off over here.
No, well, Aquaman actually was the telling point. I mean, if you actually think about it, now that I think about it, in hindsight, he was that dude.
Yeah. But the music.
But the music, if all I had to do was just listen to it, that brings back childhood memories.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Just that's all I need to think about. Okay, going to the bad points. Do you want bumps?
My bad point.
Do you have multiple bad points?
I do.
Don't take them all, because that's not fair.
I'll go character driven. The bad guy, just Steppenwolf. Like there was no real reason to be really like. It was too short. Yeah, who was he? Yeah. Why do we care? Why is he so bad? It's super short, very choppy, very uneven. The whole thing with the bad guy and everything.
He was just unimpressive.
Yeah, unimpressive. Not really scary. Not really anything. It was just kind of that. And then the other one is I don't like how they handled the main character reveal. I don't want to give any spoilers.
Oh, how they dealt with that.
Yes.
Because we both know about the comic origins, and it didn't even do anything related to these comic origins. It kind of just took its own way.
Went over there, and I'm like, no, we liked it over here. We don't want to go. Oh, okay.
Which for comic fans means that what would they do in the near future for the other movies? Speaking of Flashpoint Paradox here.
Anyway,
Jared, what do you got for a bad point?
My bad point's going to be the green screening.
The horrible green screening.
All the green screening. Almost all of it was really, really bad.
Okay, now was the green screening as bad as the CG facial stuff of some characters?
I think it's worse.
Is it really?
Yeah, it was more noticeable to me.
Even for me.
Every time they did a shot of one of the heroes, and you could clearly see that the green screening behind it.
Or just a complete CGI superhero. That's not worse than that?
No.
Okay,
I don't think so.
I agree with him.
So you could stand seeing Batman.
All the superheroes are going to be CGI
and Aquaman moving in awkward ways. Okay. Where do I start with this one? So you already took. You're okay. This movie was boring. This movie's tone was horrible.
Okay.
I mean, I say boring. I mean, Zack Snyder doesn't know pacing very well, but he also was not in charge of post. Joss Whedon was in charge of post, and I'm sure he added his Whedonism. One being a co-writer thing, so you know where he dropped his little Whedonisms in there. But they just kind of distracted me from parts. I mean, when you're like we were talking about an hour-long podcast, feel the room a little bit. There's parts where you don't need to be all, put that comedy in there.
Yeah, it's that one scene that I mentioned that is very pinpointing, which you mentioned too.
So other than that throwing me off, yet the CG is horrible in this movie. I don't believe any place that they were at. Like Metropolis did not look anything like what it did in BVS. BVS did a better job with the scenery.
Agreed.
This just felt like they were on set pieces. And the sky was always completely permanently orange or some other color, but not realistic.
Right.
And then did you like Batman's costume? His
I've
geared up costume.
I've gotten used to it.
Really?
When I first saw it, I was not the biggest fan because it's kind of a take on Year One, in my opinion, and it's a stylized version of it. I'm okay with it now. Originally, I wasn't like overwhelmed, but I wasn't underwhelmed either. It was kind of like, So now this version is like.
So as long as there's no bat nipples, you're good.
Yeah.
Okay.
And no shiny silver and like super bat belts and all that other stupid garbage.
Now, another bad point that I have probably has nothing to do with the actual movie, but more like the setup of the movie. This movie was not set up right. Not from the get-go.
No.
There was just like nothing there that like really excited me that a Justice League was coming together. It was just more of, it was announced that there would be a Justice League movie, but it didn't really do the thing that Avengers did. You know,
It didn't get that emotional build towards it.
Yeah, they didn't put little parts in the other movies that they were doing. They didn't even try to do. I think you just need more information if you want to bring a team up movie together. Most of the time you don't care. Half of the people on here, I didn't care for. I didn't care for Flash really. I didn't care for Aquaman. Obviously, we didn't get anything about him. Cyborg, he was the most interesting story we had on there, but we can't go into a story in a movie that's based on a team up. So it felt like you left out a few things, and then there's stuff that are going to be developed later on. But then now we just missed the chance to actually be excited. And I think that's why I came out of it just kind of like, cool. I mean, it didn't. I'm not bashing it completely, even though in the beginning, before we saw this movie, we were most certain that this was going to be horrible. Not as horrible as I thought.
No.
But it's not as good as I thought.
As we'd hoped for.
Or hoped for. So let's round table this thing up. Yay, nay, may,
So, for all it's bad, I still think it was fun enough to go watch it. So, do it.
Okay. Sure.
I'm going to go with the same thing. I'm going to say do it.
Do it. And I have to say the same thing too. Is do it. Okay.
Yeah.
Like that's...
Yeah, that's it.
It's something you would have to experience. Being a fan of the Justice League and a fan of these superheroes in particular, well, two of them, it makes sense. I could have been more interested if we knew something about the other ones, right? And so instead of universally knowing who Superman is, universally knowing who Batman is, all the Justice League characters that we know from the comics, if we had a buildup of them, it would have enthused me a little bit more.
Yeah, DC should have more of a... They need to decide if they're going to do like the universe where everything ties together, or they're just going to do a bunch of standalone movies. That would be easier. If you knew this was going to be a standalone movie, you wouldn't really care about all that other stuff, I think.
It would be different.
It would be different. They would have to make the story just perfectly paced and everything. But in here, they're trying to omit things because they know they're going to have another chance.
Yeah, they're kind of in between where they want to be. Where Marvel, they know they're a universe and they're building on that universe.
Which basically doesn't make this a period; it just makes it a comma, right? At the on a sentence.
Yeah.
Whereas Avengers was the period at the end of a really long sentence.
Yeah.
This is like, and Justice League, comma, Flashpoint Paradox, comma. Okay, Justice League 2. That's the real period right there. It's like, okay.
Yeah, it's because they don't know what they're like. It feels like to us that they don't know what path they're going.
Yep. Agreed.
And the fact that they changed tones significantly from starting from Suicide Squad into now trying to copy the Marvel formula now, because apparently what they were doing was not working out. And with a 34% on Rotten Tomatoes, it's, I think, evident that most people are seeing the same thing. Being that this weekend box office is the lowest DCEU film that they've had thus far. That says a lot already. That means they didn't get anyone excited enough to go see this movie.
Not based on today's standards.
Yeah, well, not that the Marvel Universe exists.
We talked
in
about
this
that.
universe, Okay. Next on the list, what we say last for the year. Star Wars.
I can't wait.
The Last Jedi.
Thank you. I'm finally here. 2 years I've been waiting.
2 years. You knew about The Last Jedi in the last 2 years?
Well, we knew there was going to be another movie
Yeah.
for 2 years.
And then after this one, I'll be waiting another 2 years for the last one to come out.
Wait, but then didn't The Force Awakens come out last year or not? That was 2
No,
years
it
ago?
was 2 years ago.
I thought it. Oh, that's right, because Rogue One.
Rogue One was last year.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then we're going to have the stopgap of Solo.
Got it.
And then we'll go, there you go.
Okay.
Well, Solo's during the summer next year. Or is it?
But the year 2018.
Yeah, in the winter, in Christmas next year in 18, they're doing. What are they doing? They're doing something. They're doing a movie. I'm pretty sure. Anyways,
Anyway, we'll talk about that. Hopefully it's going to be a big show. We'll see.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Okay. So until then, last movie of the year for us here at the Better Man team, Star Wars: The Last Jedi. So until then, peace out, y'all.